All right, Kevin, we're filming now. This is Kevin. Kevin's in the 7th grade. We've just gone over how to fill out a main idea map. We went over all the different parts and how you find, how you create a main idea statement if there isn't one explicitly written in there. And I promised him we would model this first. So I'm going to read a little bit of a paragraph and I'm going to stop and give Kevin time to write down some of the things on the idea map as a practice, as a dry run. And then you're going to read your own passage, Kevin. Okay. All right, Kevin, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Be thinking of different details and what your topic is and what your main idea is, and then we can fill it in when we're done, okay? All right, briefly. Carrier pigeons can be trained to carry messages to people. The note is placed in a small, skinny can. The can is tied to the pigeon's leg. Then the pigeon flies off to deliver the note. Carrier pigeons are good messengers because they're fast and can fly long distances. They also have a good sense of direction. They can even reach places that people can't. More than 800 years ago, Genghis Khan, an Asian ruler, set up pigeon post offices across his land. As recently as 2010, Cuba used pigeons to send election results to its mountain people. Okay. I want you to fill in the idea map just as we did when we went over it the first time. Think of the topic, lots of details, and then give me a main idea.
Messenger pigeons. I don't know how to spell that. Can't spell it.
Sound it out, and we'll go over it.
Is it just
Sound it out. Pitch. Good.
I suck at spelling.
Okay. Now remember your details.
In small.
Don't worry about your spelling. All right, let's work on this one together. We'll almost do it as a think aloud, okay? Because you're getting some of it, but you're getting nervous about the spelling and some things. It's okay. We'll sound it out. So you got the first two things you put as a detail was they put a note in a small tube, and then they tied it on the pigeon's leg. Do you remember anything else about that?
They.
How about why they use pigeons? Do you remember any?
Pigeons can get to places where
Good.
Couldn't.
Get to places people can't. Good job. How about how they fly?
Fly fast.
They do fly fast, and they can fly for very long distances. So that can be another detail. Very nice. Then they gave us a specific example. Do you remember who the example was from the past? You kind of smiled when I said the name. Well, they said 800 years ago, Genghis Khan, and I won't make you spell that. He set up what?
Pigeon mailboxes and stuff all around his land.
Right. So 800 years ago, and they set up pigeon post offices. And then they gave you an example of recent.
Cuba.
Right. And do you remember the year? That could be down here.
2010.
Good. 2010, Cuba. See, you remember this. You just have to get it down on your main idea map. And why did Cuba use it? I like how you're getting everything down. What are you writing there? China used to send messages
to parts of its land.
Right? And then Cuba.
Used to Cuba used pigeons to send election results
Very nice.
to people in
Kevin, you know what I love using this organizer? That you're writing one thought on each line. And I know in the past when you would write, you would put boxes around your work. That's interesting. Now that we gave you this graphic organizer, you're kind of using that to guide your writing and not putting little boxes around. Okay, I need a main idea statement. The main idea of this passage is
pigeons are used for mail.
for messages, for giving
Messaging.
messages. Excellent. That's a good thought. Okay, now I'm going to give you your own passage to read this time. I want you to read it out loud so I can get a sense of your reading rate. We're going to time you and a little bit of your prosody. Remember, good expression. I want you to do a couple of things while you're filling this out. Number one is I want you to keep in mind that you're going to be looking for a topic and some details, so be thinking of that. Also, if you come across a word that you don't know the meaning of or that you can't pronounce, I want you to underline it. All right?
Okay.
Read it out loud, and as soon as you're done, I want you to fill out your idea map. Okay? And you can, if you want, list the ideas and not worry so much about writing whole sentences at this point.
Okay.
Because I think you just want to get your ideas down there.
All right.
All right. Now, before we start, will you help me out with the timer? Can you set up your timer for me? Since we're using my phone as a... Okay. When you're ready, you can go ahead and start. And remember to underline words you don't know and remember what you're...
All right.
And go. Go ahead. You can read out loud, please.
Hibernation is one of the main adaptations that allows certain northern animals to survive long, cold winters. Hibernation is like a very deep sleep that allows animals to save their energy when there is little or no food available. The body functions of true hibernators rate slows. For example, a hibernating woodchuck's body temperature drops by more than 30 degrees Celsius, and its heart rate slows from 80 to 4 beats per minute. Other true hibernators include the jumping mouse, little brown bat, eastern chipmunk, and several ground squirrels. Other animals such as the skunk and raccoon are not considered true hibernators, as they only sleep as they wake up in the winter to feed, and their body functions do not change as much. Since they only sleep for a little bit at a time, the term dormancy or little sleeping is used to describe their behavior. The largest animals to hibernate are bears. The heart rate may slow down from usual 40 to 50 beats per minute to 8 to 12 beats per minute, but their body temperature changes very little, so they are able to wake up quickly. Hibernating animals have a special substance in the blood called hibernadium inducement trigger, or HIT. This substance becomes active in the fall when the days become cooler and shorter. When HIT becomes active, the animals start preparing for winter. Some animals store food so that they can eat when they wake up, and some animals eat a lot in late summer and fall to add excess fat to their bodies. This fat keeps them warmer and acts as a source of energy while they are sleeping. Some animals also make changes to the places where they will sleep, dens. They add leaves and grasses to keep them warm.
Very nice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop our time. Just 2:18. And I will figure out your reading rate. Your prosody was very good. I know you tripped on a couple of words, and I asked you to underline them, and I think you forgot. So I'm going to underline the couple that I thought you had trouble with. And I want you to go ahead right away and start filling out your idea map. Remember, you can use bullet points. You can talk out loud to me, too, while you're going. What do you think the topic was about?
Hibernation.
Great. And list as many details as you can think of.
Oh, okay.
Okay, they listed a lot of ideas, a lot of animals, and a lot of things about hibernating. All right, Kevin, I'm going to have you continue working on this map. And then when you're all done, we're going to take a look back at the passage and see what you might have missed. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this off so that my fellow classmates at school don't have to watch all 20 minutes of